So welcome to today's edition of our show, and my name is Executive Secretary Ono Anedano, our Import and Export Association, as I chairman for PNC Party known as ABD Incomo. But yesterday I taxed on a program, an issue, a coso, a free one mixture or can say or can take na or war. Your friend is saying Lance Commission ya appointed no son tena kunya so na onhwe chiri opani friend na say do Zakaria Abu akotena kunya no so a onpese or sorry edi free so now Andra krata opani na say do Abu e dey come out the presidency petition wo mo ameka ho asem ene enkrata e free yera Eric Mensah also e dey call ye yaman appointment and krata nya di and my intercepted in krata ebi asaka ho enu bi solicitors law firm almost atro e dey akoma aban na wo so per clarification kire say ekwa bi aso no esese Mr. Eric Mensah country ana esese otena konya so no state affairs say ohwe na anema ekoso ewo Lands Commission Director of the Survey and Mapping Division the rightful person now esese otena so because womo call interview any bibia vacancy time womo ebo moden eka say womo penkrofo womo betena akonya no so nyina no e wa ha say enti memorandum ewa ha executive secretary, all divisional directors, all regional lands officers, unit heads, corporate, and a date 15th July 2024, way back into time, filing for vacancy director survey and mapping division. Or say introduction, the Lands Commission is internally advertising for the position of director, survey and mapping division in accordance with the new scheme of service. Interested and qualified members of staff are kindly requested to apply for this position. Job purpose to provide leadership, technical and operational direction in survey and mapping for the achievement of the mandate of the commission. Main duties: the successful candidate will 1. Provide input for the formulation of policies of the commission. 2. Exercise oversight responsibility for efficient and effective management of the resources in division. Ensure the implementation of policies and programs of the division. 4. Ensure the development of guidelines, standards, and procedures for geospatial data capture. 5. Coordinate the provision of survey and mapping services to individuals and organizations. 6. Coordinate the provisions of hydrographic services to individuals and organizations. 7. Ensure the establishment and maintenance of the comprehensive survey and mapping database. 8. Coordinate the licenses of practitioners of conditional survey. And 9. Coordinate the supervision and regulations of license surveys and all other land surveys. And ensure survey mapping and maintenance of the national transitional boundaries, including maritime boundaries. Anyway, and a woman de krata babon say wa uji hudisa ubetimi abebare na odo krata aba. 11. Ensure the development and maintenance of the national guidance reference network for the country. 18. Egumegum, what the qualification by minimum qualification and minimum of master's degree from an accredited tertiary institution in the geographical engineering and then or related field. A minimum of 5 years on the ground of deputy director. Must have a satisfactory staff performance appraisal report and must be a member of the Ghana Institute of Surveys or any related professional body. Competency and so on. Any idea? It's way no more advertising here. Any point me and sign a short list here. Before that, no said Zakaria Abu, ya catch so all acting na yedi kata we basse. Mo amopese mo babetna eye pani e wo survey and mapping division eti once ana wo active ana ya advertising ade no ana wa apply here ana Eric Mensah enso apply here ana another person apply here mo ko interview and your shortlisted interview, your shortlisted, you know, and Krataba Bonte say, finally, Mr. Eric Mensa Okante, Anna, what qualify your father? Your money letter, your security letter, na ko wiase baby, any offices baby, I say, or no necessary, or yet, director your mapping division one. Was it Debbie? Kiana kisa once, ya can't say acting there, now you catch your verbal in your friend catches the say but. And Creta, who people petition the coma or my pennies a verbal, one for Creta Bianca. But Eric Mensa Kante and in Creta and in near my dated, extra say, ya issue the amount of one number Jaconan in free one time. Was a man sorry? Now, petition presidency say, I dear na, shortlist and I, and Crata interview, or 1 year. Se Sen. Se Sen. Ya nipa mienza ya ko interview ya fa nipa bako etimi mfa ne sada mumienza amokoye no na nyo obia na act ana akire do all catching a different from mumienza amokoye ana ya ka said nipa ne be take over anka dey na beka because the third person na o ka ho na ya mbo ni din na no oni ho adabraka no onka ho hwe wayi ni wafim but sansa wo ya say acting tino u free so no wo pesa wo ko ana bibusa say etin kan pass enka now when you're acting, and a woman saying I'm quiet, and you can't, and you let an man, Eric Mensa say, Uncle Trap when you swap. I can say, I'll be generating what your petition at Chayaba. But I'll take when you're so there, but your petition, I may tell my petition, reply about for the president and Sana. Who does that? Who does that? Ah, so what's about for then I am here, you be bizarre. We hear enough from our politicians and young no manipulating the system. Neko. A quiet, chira. A lawyer for a bemu a woman free Eric Mensa Asuya, Womoso extra crata at the buyer. Now, as a petition of appointment by the President of the Republic of Ghana as Director of the Survey and Mapping Division of the Lands Commission. Chief of Staff, we are solicited for Mr. Eric Mensa Okante, herein simply referred to as our client, on whose instructions we write this letter to you for on his behalf in relation to his appointment by the President of the Republic of Ghana as the Substantive Director of the Survey and Mapping Division of the Lands Commission. So it was the former president a year long before and Sana Yakotwaba. Let me say, if you were not acting and coming to my way, so the best position is just another kind of say just allow the system to work. Sorry, Merrick Manson Betnasi through documentations and paper. Non-Trassi. Oh, yeah, now you can even go to court about it. You can even. But you don't sit on the chair and say, I am still acting and have petition. How? I mean, how? Oh, so civil servant politics, you be a young woman, and public sector workers, a human. Ebinie, nipa baku prove with documentations and nipa baku pedi na no baku pedi choro krata pe eno ano no. Where we so I want me koye komu say me mate fila no mate sansensem na me didi akire me komu makwa ko hunu say Eric Mensa lawyer for Crown Swap Petition Office of the President. Bakuni also we write in respect of the petition dated January 17, 2025 submitted to the office of the President by one Mr. Sedu Zakari Abu in his capacity as the acting director of the Survey and Mapping Division of Lands Commission. Copy which is attached herein as an next one. Etikata Anna or no Churokoma President Anna Eric lawyers as we reply. Eti Eric can go for the paperwork and a day. And so Kwana ko busam ewo babia wo mu division one idea nyina kire say letters went round but one do say open the verbal. And the car you to one cop. Abayajuma. abanya dwuma komsi konsa sesa de ade no di ade a oye rightful a wafa through the process entina na ma sheda ko fa ade na wo mo ye ya wo mo memorandum mo de ba ya wo mo advertise ye nipa miensa ane koye enti antisa de Eric ti ba bi ne ekofa no so metra konya so enti so ti ba bi no ko lobby ye or pass it through the due process documented. Enti na me the example yes hwe akire me say I was working with the media house, the guy who was managing Sami Dakus my body din and not train ho. Then I was called papa no approach of Francis like hwe akire mame as acting general. Some your programs are me was acting me your programs are front of your programs and I me acting and to amode buy papa program so you boko and me family kumi keka and me call me office of the programs and me jakodo ba office here any ma kodo so God knows and I crowd managing the station in Kumasi once I was in Kumasi as programs but kodo ni wa let me share actually sa and you say act ya and don't just something to be say Yabama was say ma okrata e say ampa se ye ka se acting ba what do pempen so bi no ya say adwuma no say de atwa obetimi ayenti je ne ya no so say de krata you follow up but the krata that came no went to Eric Mensa to take over from you as acting because we need na the co interview umuni ya kumwati kwa payment ko public service entity. By letter dated the 23rd December 2024, our client was appointed as the director of the Survey and Mapping Division of the Lands Commission. You could see sir, letters around that circulate here or what document say a buying a man the boss appointing or what paper daho book no lie. As I was shall more on the ticket to open to me kind of show more on that dodgy and about copies. As a shawamo dated your money letter last commission by the President of the Republic of Ghana in accordance with the advice of the governing board of the Lands Commission and in consultation with the Public Service Commission. The letter of appointment is attached. The appointment was preceded by a memorandum dated the 15th of July 2024 from the Executive Secretary of Lands Commission to all divisional directors, all regional lands officers and corporate unit heads, advertising the vacancy of the role of a director, survey and mapping division, in respect of which our client put in his application for advertised position, which the letter I have it here. Me wow say ya appointed as director of mapping division. Me wow unumreshi usika abeje ne boso me entare ade be ma o pay diam ni nyina me woni nyina wa hase. I have everything here. I know the person me biom say me guso akosi be Friday me biom say ya den Ghana fo be hu akatua ya de mankofo bi ya da no na mo kontakwa mo tete ya na mo keka say ai ana politician wan me bufu a me biom ne ma hu say so obi oya director of mapping and survey division na katua waje boso me enkofo a eye entitled nyama ye oye entitled nyina me o documents no wa hase mo se ye ni agogo ma o and even if you ask Hana, we are Hana catch no agent. Bibia as I said, send me pano ya point to it. Menko Cassa, some benefit in the Sanya man and any ya, and to no person, sorry, and as a day. Yanko number 4. The appointment was proceeded by a memorandum dated the 15th of July 2024 from Executive Secretary of Lands Commission in all divisional directors and number 5. Following the completion of the selection process, a memorandum dated the 30th of July 2025 from the Human Resource Unit of the Lands Commission was circulated to inform all staff and stakeholders of appointment of 2 new directors of the Lands Commission, one of which was our client. Mr. Eric Mensah Okante's appointment as the new substantive director of the Survey and Mapping Division of Lands Commission. A copy, and also no the copy as a lawyer for an model. As the acting director of SMD, the letter dated the 31st January 2025 was addressed to Mr. Seydou Zakaria Abu from the Human Resource Unit of the Lands Commission. Okay, influencing him of the appointment of our client as the new substantive director of the Survey and Mapping Division, and also instructed Mr. Seydou Zakaria Abu to hand over his acting portfolio to our client. It was verbally. Or no need no kind of say you can verbally. But lawyer phone said krata koye. Ye man krata echere no. Say oh ye acting but say you fan nipa foforo nipa na ne ko interview ni be you fan nipa foforo. And to pray or no take over from you. I want more document and krata just see a mouth krata. But who see a mouth krata? Say no one follow it here say. Brief facts. Where ye said to the was saying as the most senior deputy director at the Survey and Mapping Division of the Lands Commission, I said Zakaria was attacked by the executive secretary of the Lands Commission on October 2nd, 2024 to act as director when the Abukari Abdallah, when the substantive director was due for compulsory retirement. On Monday, 13 January 2025, I was invited by the executive management of Lands Commission to a meeting at which I was verbally informed of the appointment of one Mr. Eric Mensah Okante as director. One Mr. I said, Papa no nya adwuma kra wo mapping division da. The reference indicates as yakofo di abontene by. As we na nko inti, as we na nkahwe. It was verbally. Now, this paper also indicates say, Yemane Krata said, as acting director of SMD, a letter dated 31st of March 2025, a letter. This one says verbal. This one says a letter. And media, your friend will be the right of reply. The right of reply. On Tiasamasia, Utimika Sem Betcher medium. Some Betcher medium. Near Malpine, what chilling. So, in a Kratana, you see a security call. All divisional directors want whining in Ano. When but on the 30th, on the 31st of January, was addressed to 31st. Was who can tabia na verba. Ya ka verba out here. Obidi na no aka asema kire Gideon agbe ati so Gideon. O kira ye bekọ na me de ma no kan keke. And say bia ya documenting na my memorandum na ma chro date say ni na ma chro krata na me de ato so na me de ama no. And you documenting to dwane fi ba bia nye verba ni so na obi ani ho. Ana gwesu enya nko an ye ka kire wo. Ya de ko ba bia wo offices ni na bo muhunu ye. Nti ade na also what petition also what petition presidency na ono try reply say president Beka Jones on sorry and am sorry one will say ade am politicians e wura mo de mu a e ha adwen no empanimfo a wa adwuma mu a atwotro nkata ye interview aya bibia awie no a ya ma obi akwanya se onko no obi twen say politician bi na mbe kire ne say nukrani nie politician bi o ana be kire ni se nukrani nie omo fa kire akoya to the position of the chief of staff wo Julius Debra busa say anya bia wo ba ye no na o se we no yemfanto no na sakrata we kan bona wo mo se da bi enti internal adwuma ayasem service adwuma ban adwuma ampanimfo da no alpin aye bibia awie edu obi akonya besiso no. Somebody is going to the politician to go and ask the politician to come and intervene. Nemu ya wa be catch us politics say adwuma. Politics yes say, politics yes say. This has nothing to do with the politician. This has nothing to do with the politician. You must abide by what Juma na we no. I'm penning for no interview, no, not some penning for a couple no money. Because before appointment nan krata ni bibia the recommendation we ye bibia we ye interview ye no Eric Mensah di ni bibia have gone to the damn presidency omo appending say okay yagye atum say mo anko mo fa na mo ye mo bibia we dia eni akonya da ho nipa ne nko ye na dwuma. Oh my lord, my god, it is not can say the best solution to this problem for now say do say you just vacate the post and then you seek legal redress. Okay, so the legal redress are usiki wa han say the legal redress the obekwa siki na nie enu nie or say mame kan or say why Mr. Kanti I was also directed to hand over to him which a worker at we say on the 31st you trust say on hand over. I wish to state that I had a legal redress on Sonny Fekonyaso. No 5 year way legal redress. Some lawyer for no money. I wish to state that the selection process was not transparent and the interview panel was biased in favor of the said officer. Tokonu versus the committee. I'm a set ye. Also, don't tears yet into the court or the Korea baby boni in a guye. You can't be in post as acting. I point to be once you go on to say at the end of your bias now one tears here. You can't sit on the chair and contest this. You must leave the position and then seek legal redress with your facts and figures and BBI and confirming interview which are true. We say near Trasso was Mr. Eric Mensah Kanti is imposed. See a Vienna am far. No, sorry. But you know what now and what you know when Casadiano and Yanocran, I won't gin to Mutisadia. Unjintum, it is Hadia. Oh, that's what. No, you don't do that. Yes, you allow politics to enter into the game of civil service. And yet, moi, it doesn't help in any way. You know, dispensation. Oh, yeah, my Ghana, the Juma, yeah. You suffer no. You don't lose anything. You don't lose anything because of due process. Now, it is a own satisfied cry. And yet, a panel said, trust year interview. And no one to was a massy. I remember I went for an interview 2009 somewhere. There were 3. Madam for this year, the guy yesterday was sending me a message. We were 3. We went. We finished everything. We descended from the premises of the place. And when we were going, about 15 minutes, I had a call back that I should come back. And when I went, they told me, say, you deserve your channel. Can you come and host the program for this and this and this and that? I'm saying, yes, come and do it and listen. That is it. Sanya yenu baby. It is a who feeling any bias whatsoever. Eric dear, or ye Eric Mensah dear, or no need to far. So either or influence system or ye then you and no dear obedient to me contest just a West Yakunyaswa contesting differently. But I dear so about try konyasu ye juma. So me man me ye juma. The lawyer for choro ye. The person say mama was a lawyer for choro. Was you are not there? Me see. Me wow benefit me ade na ka me koka na ko bi nko ka se oh ene bi a ade we de Ghana ni wa here ka se oh eni bre ana de se onya ntina wa se da na oyesa ana we nu nyina se onya we benefit we ntina oyesa na ya tse se hwese sa na ade no etie ana asesen public service we bi no obdidi o. If you see it says you know a trasa you like bad mother people have nice positions and near mako year so oye na dwuma yie nko ade a enema be den ebetumi akoye ede ama wo mo. Let me find it and see there esese wunya abra wote or as public servant nipa wadwuma ene somebody kan kire wo and their qualification any competency, any nema, as we are, you're advertising here, Anna Eric, in your position, no, 80, all divisional directors, all regional head officers, all unit heads, head human resource unit, 30th January 2025, subject, appointment of a new director for public and Vexter Land Management Division and Surveying and Mapping Division. I am directed by the Executive Secretary to inform you that Ms. Cynthia Dante and Ms. Eric Mensah Okante have been appointed as directors of the Public and Vested Land Management Division and Surveying and Mapping Division respectively with immediate effect. Accordingly, you are kindly requested to give them the needed assistance they may require to execute their mandate. Kindly bring this notice to the attention of all staff in your division, region, and unit. Evans Murphy, Head Human Resource Unit, Executive Secretary, no copy handing over. I am directed by the Executive Secretary, or say Mr. Zachariah Seidu Abu, Deputy Director, Survey and Mapping Division, 31st January 2025. This letter, Lands Commission, and Annex 5, or say, I am directed by the Executive Secretary to inform you to hand over the duties and responsibilities of the Director, Survey and Mapping Division to Mr. Eric Mensah Okante, the newly appointed Director of the Division. Please, you are to do so with a comprehensive binding over note by Monday, 17th February 2025. By a copy of this letter, Mr. Okante is being informed to resume work as the new Director of the Division. Please, guided by the context of this letter, yours faithfully, Evans Murphy, Bureau 80. Let us know. Ako. Handing over 14 February 2025. Or say Head Human Resource Unit, Lands Commission, Head Office, and reference to your letter dated 31st January 25 with reference blah 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 blah, and also our meeting with this morning and your message from the Deputy Executive Secretary, Corporate Services, Mr. Jonas Ofori Boadu, regarding my preparedness to hand over my duties as Acting Director, Survey and Mapping Division to the newly appointed Director, Mr. Eric Mensah Okante, as the Substantive Director of the Division. However, I regret to inform you that I will not be able to hand over my duties as directed. This decision is based on two key concerns. Pending presidential intervention, I have petitioned the President for intervention on this matter and waiting for response. I believe it is prudent to await the outcome of this petition before proceeding with the handover. 2. Revocation of appointment. The recent directive from the Chief of Staff, Honorable Julius Debra, has revoked all public sector appointment and recruitment made after December 7, 2024, citing non-compliance with good governance practice since the appointment of the then Director SMD falls under this category. I am uncertain about the legitimate of the handing over process. It's a no. Say my way, I have a 2 hobo with the fishing and your office and come. Please find attached a copy of my petition and the Chief of Staff letter for easy reference. In light of these concerns, I kindly request clarification on the way forward. I appreciate your understanding in this matter and look forward to your prompt response. And also, and also that. Okay. They say, Gideon, check out for my guest. Was it? And also, letter by Kosawa has said, stay of execution of the appointment to the posting of Director Survey and Mapping Division, Lands Commission. The Public Service Commission sent to complement. 2. Please refer to your letter dated 29 January 2025 on the above mentioned. The Commission acknowledged the receipt of the petition of Nana Seidu Zachariah Abu and wishes to inform you that action has been initiated on this matter and a comprehensive response will be provided to you on due course. Please accept our clearance of our highest consideration. Engineer Miss Bibela Mwakwanta, Secretary. Okay, and also the Chief of Staff, and also the way Eddie Ekoya, Etresa. Okay, the guest are back. Ever see ya? But so interesting times ahead, and as I said, you may do Kobo Bebri, Alpha Sanema Wihua, and also Krataba Montina, Etresa, Sadi City. So you may do Komo, my guest is here. Menene won Komo Kakre, be a sense of baby Bebri. Na oya fast so. Baba Akwaba. I don't. Na pom to say. I don't. Chairman of PNC. Party which is saying. After elections, went to me uncle no. Mugusu organize him who said about the next time around which me.
I say after election one friend.
I said before me before back before and she miss upset. Be say never catch and she miss
and then watch him.
But you. Something the 8 months down the line. And near maybe a Omampanisha share bo. Also executive secretary at the Import and Exporters Association. Mame take what first. Na yen say Omampani come aprobono o kan sem ba kwa na mienu a na fa port ho port charges port ne ma ne bi ni ade. Omo ba 8 months down the line. Uni association any Ghana fo no. Mu gidi so ma ye adwuma a ama emfaso bi aba monya hoto e wo association ho.
I mean, you can check T4 in our for. Today is I don't know what happened and everybody crammed me today. All the media want to.
I will be happy so no Kasa.
Let me chair. I make me chair. I mean, that must say, must do some films. Remember, you link it down. But Mike say yes, since on my pay buy or take it over for the past 6 or 7 or 8 months now. He has really reacted to some of the things that or promise or buy or so buy away, but you didn't to perform in the government or so buy over educational reforms or so buy over century, second century or be that the 3 days or just was it 2 days or 3 days conference or in the conference center or so over apprenticeship or lunch over here. I forgot is yet to launch.
Baby, on almost say October. Almost October.
It's possible. Economic 24-hour economic.
Yeah, and also my lunch. I mean, also more train security 4.something billion.
Exactly. Of course, also over abolishing certain taxes.
Yes.
Oh yeah, baby. Only COVID tax now. A month we won't say we will do engagement in him say that Ben
engagement.
I'm sure they were talking media budget review. No, we were looking forward to see that, but
and also
it didn't happen. And as someone met my say, currently there's an issue at the port. Okay, join news we are now Omokapa and say Omo for excavators about
I buy the bandi
June and we can say I just spoke to join news and say the minister is part of the problematic. Minister Nano create a problem Ghana.
Okay.
Because if you are a minister, you are taking certain decisions. Don't take the decision, relaxed decision. Take it strict, so that if you make a stringent, people will know that if you define the directive and come, this is the repercussions. Okay, so I was expecting the minister to say, look, today and they say 10th.
Yeah.
To 10th September, if you're writing a letter to ban something, or to put an embargo,
yes,
we still from today's 10th September 2025. If there's a vessel on high seas coming,
yes,
and Kahon, if excavator has landed in Ghana, on Kahon, but by 30th is a cutoff.
That's on my deadline.
30th.
Okay.
So from 30th, no, you say from 30th, from 1st to 31st, if you are a vessel owner, ship owner, now importer the excavator mount, and you bring it to my port, these are the consequences.
Okay.
Don't accept excavator.
Accept excavator.
Except that excavator maybe is going on to our neighboring country that are using our port.
Or fire her.
So that as soon as that excavator arrive here, it has the manifestos that is going for Burkina Faso or whatever, Niger or Mali.
Yeah.
Don't get used to tracker to track and come and tell me that the tracker is following the excavator, but you realize that the tracker is rather on Uber and the excavator finds itself into a Asante region. Don't tell me that. Just line them up. You know the number of excavators.
Yes.
Give an escort, police escort and custom escort till they exit and enter.
The next border.
No, you hand over to your colleagues and then you come back.
Okay.
Or if a shipping line refuse defy my directive, and go ahead to collect excavator. If you arrive in Temaport authorities should not allow you to even bed, let alone discharge you to their terminals. If you, the terminal operator, agree for this excavator to be cleared to your terminals, you will be penalized, or your certificate will be taken, because some of the private terminals they are licensed by GPHA. So as soon as you written this to the director DG of GPHA, he he will get communicate to the rest of the terminal. Please, if there's a ship that comes to your terminal or port with excavator, do not discharge, or don't even allow it to bed to dock. Take it back to wherever you bought it from. No shipping line will accept any excavator. Straight away, no shipping line will accept. Then you allow those people to clear and say, look, we are allowing to clear, but if you found it in land and mining area, then don't go and bring any chief, don't go and bring any chief or any person or any paying for beer to come and blame yourself. Straight away, this is how directives are done everywhere in the world. But you don't say, oh, you must have permit before, and the excavators are already here and they're coming. And you know, you said that in the day or so, you are receiving 200 excavators. And you cannot say from this date of my letter, if excavator arrive, you are on Kahon. From this day of my letter, if you are on high seas, you can come. From this day of my letter, shipping line, any cargo that you are loading, that says excavator, decline. If you don't decline, you can't afford, you have nowhere to come in. We will have solved this thing. We will solve it. Even before you allow the shipping line to bring neighboring countries excavator.
Yes.
Their government, their transport minister must call you the transport minister in Ghana and say, yes, let them, we have requested this. So it's coming to account. But the kind of directive that he gave, and so he's creating, he's now making it, people are now milking it around the excavator.
And they say,
give me this amount of money, I'll go and facilitate. You are creating bureaucracy, you are creating bribery, you are creating corruption in the system. And we are carrying the excavator from the port to Misha Camp or Bema Camp, I'm told. For how long can you continue keeping them? How are you going to get the resource to keep all these things? Why are you taking somebody to be on your head? Why? Why would you take somebody's responsibility to be your responsibility? Why? So the minister is a problematic. The minister is part of the problem that we find ourselves. He is. Because I went there and I told them that, no, your directive shouldn't have. That's not. You should have created, there must be, from this day, if your excavator is here or on the high seas, from this day, Shipuna, don't accept any excavator.
There should be a clear cut.
Yes, if you accept excavator, don't come to my port.
Okay.
This thing would have been thing of the past. But if you go and issue just and ask, if you are a new person, you don't know the job, but ask, who they consult. Call me, Mr. How do we do? How do we do? I want to issue an instruction. How do I make it? Who advise you? Now you put importers into disarray. Yeah. You yourself won't even that. Because they are knocking your door. They are making people calling you. I need permit. What can Skako talk test about? That's what the transport minister has done to himself.
Pressure amount.
Yeah, everyone's calling you. Okay. I'm not even if I'm not mistaken, maybe Obiscra will get to look at him on my baby. I'm going to catch my bin. Why will I do that? Now it is now a news that Ghana is now the highest import of excavators. Number 2, South Africa.
Nipa is here fighting Galamsey.
So I can tell you, I'm not mincing my words. Okay. The minister has created this problem for all of us.
Okay. All right.
The other aspect is say, yes, you know that at the port on there, buy no.
Yeah.
To me where na 24 umuhuto omukaka. Because buy pick city at 13 cities or so.
Yes.
When customers were using a declaring duty at the port. By Virginia 10.2 for a very long time. In fact, one of the things Obiaka Sabicha and I have the pause before when the city was 13 cities, the customer was using declaring duty. Now I'm pursuing in fact my Lexus car be from Lexus Sport. It's like a V8.
Yeah.
The heavy car, very reference like I can afford to say use the something when you
be an opposite the taxi for your
V8 or no person V80 luxurious car.
Yeah. Luxurious car. Yeah.
So was sick over to 1.5 million Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
But still the Bible general 10.2 no the kind of or clear 550,000 or save 500,000 or save 5 billion. No, more than 5 billion because 550,000. Kala he would paid 1.5.
Yes.
So he saved 1 million Ghana cedis. This person has saved 1 million Ghana cedis.
Nah.
So clearly I can tell you that from April to May, June, July. Oh, 24. Even as I speak now, custom is 11.4 or so in calculation duty.
I don't know.
So it's still
it's rising for 12
yes,
something.
No, it's still the best.
Okay. Because in Drew baby and first one.
Yeah, that in 12 cities at the port. But so banker.
Yeah.
11.9 or so, and black market is like 12 point something or so.
That's what I'm complaining.
So yes, so even say a bank na 11.9, it's still better than when we're taking 13 cities.
13 cities
or 14 cities to $1.
Until say
the point is say the dollar is not available, and the bank, but the Bank of Ghana deliberately did that because when it was 10.2, my micro forward exporters, the storm Jubilee House to tell the president. Then and I knew I knew what when the president give them a response that they are not happy. What they will do is that the best thing they will do is that, okay, instead of to repatriate export proceeds from 90 days or 30 days or 60 days, because they will make sure that they buy lose it.
Yes.
So they keep it. Remittances or senior PA.
We see dying.
Or the $10,000 bar.
Yeah.
Or the $20,000 bar. No, it's kabuto.
Yeah.
So the $20,000 bar on your fee.
Minimum be ultimate area.
So on farm
affected the power.
So on farm bar.
Ne dan you see in our consistency because
Canada. Even so who says 10.2 no. They went to the bank and to draw large sums of money. Enter the Bank of Ghana, but can't say.
I will see
you cannot withdraw certain amount of money from the counter.
Then also the catcher say my entire rent in terms of dollars, my entire school fees in terms of dollars, me and Tony in terms of dollars, and also my quote in dollars.
Yes, you are not.
What a quote no sika. They are pay cracker.
Quote it. So these are clear measures that they are putting in place to control. But so now that it's I am because I led my team to go to the Bank of Ghana to pay the credit score, and I have also led my party to the president.
Okay.
And from the communication, they get want to strike a balance so that Jody Ford team will complain so much. Then exporters will not complain so much. In fact, when we say cocoa for no, time I amount $3,000 no. So still no year 66 they were going to make a lot of Ghana cedis. But because the city now by 10.2 no, and then I'm obi dry no cocoa work. Good money area. So Savido no. Because cannot person when
you say at the end.
Obisu me say
that's why we some compromise.
Obisu no, but I'm promise on ba increase cocoa scam. But among catch on say ya ba ma city to the dollar no, a lower rate than they are expecting no. Yes, I'm catch on.
And you say we believe that the only teams also bet over 6,000, 7,000.
No time I promise you, so on by increase no. No, where at that time, no, where what was the rate to the Ghana city? Oh yeah, on one calculation. No, you say I buy so I buy say send a scale in who what would is government responsibility to make sure that they work to have confidence in their own currency. And so the government has done that extremely well. What is lacking to say NDC communicators no because yes, I saw Mumpie Kasa. Munchim because Mumbi what video be say also Mumbi. Yeah. Say a bro no bro let's say or $100 or over 100,000 Ghana cedis. Yes. 1 billion this together. But see or no bro 100,000 or talk about 5,000 on ye. No also. Yes. I see 10,000 no also. Yes. Because a bro no like 1,000 thereabout. Suddenly I borrow about 500. But no over bro no job I know. But
yes, I have got told
the any communicators no. There's someone Pierre go say, hey, she says a dance guy about from
a Daniel
until kita 500 what you talk bro. Want to talk full back what you talk could have no. What Daniel of yes. Because it will be suicidal say who kita skabe bray ba won timi touch yes. Ba who kita skake to a no what you to dem
ma
that's ahodian. About the vaccine.
But I will said that
communication no here they very weak. Can you MVP oh everywhere who the call market who kita 1 subscriber by kokonu who kita 2 subscriber by the need yes she say who kita 5 series it say 10 series that no but then who kita 10 series 5 series here You get
Matthias.
You get the point.
Yeah, Matthias.
That is what the government has done, but the communicators has failed. And I say, communication directorate, our government spokes and communication, no, maybe they are not taking care of the communicators, so they decided to go there. Yeah, go kasa, yeah, go ka, Jumapa,
Okay. What is it? I was so kind of papers association. I started some mansion, titi mansion retailer. One day.
I yet to mansion. I know I'm no more top radio. My mamuti I said clear.
Yeah.
Say a girl nibia. I saw yes or say a friend say to Mamufo.
Yeah.
Our area Umbatumako. Almost to go back.
Yeah.
Almost what area Odiga Ubatumako.
Yes.
And see. Government and social government has failed Ghanaians, and our politicians has failed us. Because China ni about China is so high store our Makola. I don't know high store our country. On a day on your retail or yeah wholesales and now distributor. Until someone for a control to say dawa pack or dawa and now free zone.
Yes,
and so more space at free zone
warehouse.
Warehouse never ban. Take it there. Gun about top $5. 10 carton, 50 carton, or the back of Kazi, Makola, Obusokai, and the rest. Yes, that's what's supposed to be done.
But so
it's not Obiam
China for no.
Yes, it's China stores, crowd, Obusokai, and Katamantana, or Kazi. Ubet Obaton never say truck boy now. So ya Ghana near on found never got down. China need to trucks you. Na China need but tam never to the China but Pianco to Emma car. China need to Kubewa. That's 17 straight away. Obia Pamobia, it is everywhere. There must be something to empower your citizenry. Look, and yes, I buy that decision. Now investors will say they will not come here. Investors will continue to come. Other than investors, investors need because one. Our economic stability,
okay.
2, political stability, 3, yes, cannot our okay. Timama 4, we have done so many change of government and political party. Even there is so no crowd rollers. The rollers are hand over Kufo, so we hand over Atames. Atames on Yami offering them.
Fofi and Twata.
Of Fofi and Twata. Yeah. Not offering. No Jomama buy. Jomama hand over to Akufodo by 8 years. Or hand over to another political party. Jomama.
But such issue we have been persistent. And what's happening there?
So all this indicated the investors want to come here. We are not fighting at all. We are not up and war. Even though there are sparks of violence here and there, like you say, Meme Krum did a because of Meme Kosasini.
Yes.
My principal saw her. And because of chieftaincy.
Ofa
Swala.
Yeah.
And also land issues, dispute. Oko water region going towards there's another place, Alavanyo and
Nkonya.
They too.
Yeah.
So there are spark of violence, little violence elsewhere. But not as much as Russia, Ukraine war. It's not like that. Okay. So every investor would want to come here.
Okay, so there's a say now, China for no, a big store, say China more, one more, then na omotono. And also no, in that effect, our business for no swana. Because
so
currently,
there's certain capital.
And no, Nibiwo. Kaswa Junction ho baby a o masa bie kakraka mo bomb match.
So there are certain capital that I also see that my friends from TAC and Guta are fighting. I think it's good, it's in the right direction. Same GIPC laws no. GIPC law no. And why be because Omuka say either say over far I think is it 1 million or 1 million or so goose $1 million or goose equivalent or equivalent to goose.
Yeah.
But the other $1 million goose to Chan no about 5 goose never or Toby or Yede or pay a city no co. A bank has up $1 yede over $5 not get one or a man super dollar the cocoa domestic tax.
Yes.
MTN who have some of the many financial institutions banks now maybe a foreigners own. Until at the end of the day declare dividend they are repatriating the profit. A buying team yellow obviously you must put a certain percentage of your profit to stay here retention. You need to know why you lost no. What yes. And so until we review our GIP and our investment laws, no, some of these things, no, it get out of hand. And I think that it should be national security interest. Check, you were more than 5 million Nigerians or Ghana. In fact, what the farm market be what the Kwashama, from Vaco Flat to Zenu to Adar, every corner of mobile shop container, electrical shop container. Ome Nigeria for you. Now Oba, who motor shop, motor, mom come to know, motor enjoy shop not in Nigeria. Nigeria knows so by only there yet. Or do you Oba? Or best 7 on 5 years, no quiet container, no turn also start a business.
Or empower you in terms of business. Said Ghana Nina.
Oko was okay. And I got the answer. Work now, oh, you're doing now. Over say, many work away, you're doing 30 years, but trust no. Where are they?
I didn't know power,
but challenge, you know, Nigeria, or no, or you do about 7 or 5 years back. No, yeah, shop. Why establish Yama or Lorugusa? Also, for Vibra. That is how they are spreading.
But then you know, bet you are
coming. Mr. Tinusa, sorry, we have to buy it 30 years. We are as a single room crowd. We are day.
It's only strategy the DBT.
So,
and that's another one. Some people say, is it?
And then the other aspect say, apart from China, for our name through our port, the trade to know. Yes. The hello, no custom crab, just you know, crab for baby, a custom crab. Some bags, say our border is very porous. So it's a person control of Musua, as a kind of open Nigeria, no person for Bagana. If bring it through our port, if you don't bring it through our port, forget it. That's the only area we can also increase in terms of domestic international trade tax. We call it custom duties. Custom duties, no. That's the only way we can improve custom duty. So in terms of these people, okay. So first, me this kind for container Nigeria.
Yes.
Kwa you had a tune on a fact, okay, somebody bring it to our port.
Our port near you, man.
So ship it from Europe straight to Ghana port. No duty.
One of the problem Ghana fulfills.
That is what I think we should also do.
Ghana fulfills say Ghana dino so your management so no one can say yes, I retail business. Yeah, Nigeria for nine Obian come one. Yeah, you turn your man my phone. Your man boy ding. Since a China, I say Nigeria ni better my.
And this that problem now more I was looking for Nigeria China for Nigeria for the country say. Or no, we are wholesaler. I don't say your retailer. Nti wo ba me shop na my mouth say over top 10 bucks I got credit everything. But the man maybe 10 cedi back be a. Over ko me over 12 over ko 15 cedi mame. But ene me dane me ho. Wo ko do wi no na me obi so ba say over top back minute. Ye 10 cedi no de mame. No say for 8 cedi bra. Nti e ba say ba to ho. Yamba Tom there 15
cedi no. And maybe Tom out
10 cedi. If you are doing wholesales, na nipa na ba say me better one part ka che call slide ho.
And Tom man sir.
No, me talk ka che no, me I do wholesales. I don't mean you back call slide ho. But if they were put them if they had put them at Dawa or they put them at free zone.
Me mfaka nkonkoto ade ba ku say na me down.
We no go to like 10 cartons on the market also.
Yes.
So the price will come down.
And why are you responsible to do what you are talking about?
GIPC responsible. Because they omono mukuta mrano. And the Minister of Trade. Yeah. So much the person no, you can't come and sit in the market. You cannot mix with the market. Even though we are wholesales, but where you are located now, and your place now, according to our laws now, you're supposed to be outside the market.
Yeah.
Because if you are within the market, you're tempted to do.
Because we are the plate box.
Tomato, or China coffee name, or coffee China who say, hey, we are about 10 containers every month, 20 containers. No, sorry for you back Ghana. No, so send it 30 containers manager or the top.
When you scan high store,
we don't do
buy a store, you just scan high.
We shouldn't do that.
And our people also don't have the capital to rent stores and buy goods and put it inside.
Why the masters no boy any? China for Nigeria for.
I don't want any.
I won't buy
price be able to be.
Over 10,000 or 20,000.
When they see you Ghana, Ghana needs to pay ska.
Now say, oh no, you should have to see. I told you, some of them they are well established already. The chance now you about or buy to represent his company. So about say me store they say you have a 30,000 and a 40,000 now. The company will just give you the money to pay. But who got bank or Bobushia? What name how you are wearing this blue, but you know that will bottom yet.
And yeah.
But we won't because hey slide there on the TV slide there slide on the problem. But who bottom yet?
What's wrong?
What's wrong? The dependent business I'm not going to let me depend on your well to do. But China no your middleman is representing somebody.
This kind of the chair.
You know that your company the chair. The guys want to represent and make more goods and bring more money. That's all.
And young for now.
So give them the place. Let's say, look, no, you can't come to a market. And you know pot cry. We are going forward. You see, agent to rise again. Because who cut our pot is there? But who Lebanese quite a pot clear agent? Who Chinese man or a clear agent? Who Indian or a clear agent? Country band no them run agent. Who cut Togo higher? We open your agent or Ghana have big agent. Who cut Togo? Who you never do take up that? You must get to a good person to go and clear the goods for you. Who called Nigeria crowd on Mufribano? Bayana or more Macquarie or Casicatomas or call Nigeria or Dijano or do Nigeria per on to direct to buy from their stores. You must get Nigerian woman or man, middle person to go and buy the yes, also your commission. That's how the great job.
Now you come high freezer.
I have brought by ye. Politicians cry over because of the bra. Why not do?
I want to be my
own policeman.
Oh, this is bad.
That is what's happening. So, back to a poker point. Hey, there were agents. Almost on a pajali of fear. Quatra, a dualism or yes.
No beer in
Lebanese Nico. And as you speak now, with the past 8 years, about that and acquired with the hard economic, bad economy. I am Lebanese for a moment of the name of more, but Johnny for one of the name of the Ghana for no, yeah. Or to that, or because never year like 3 containers a month. He said, I'm here 1 container the whole year.
Okay.
If
you have the opportunity, what would you put in place?
I would, whoever have the opportunity, that's what I would say. I will say that don't allow these people to come to our market. They cannot do retail. You must get them a place. Every region, they must have a place there. Let the phone call Embra market. Nigeria must not come to community like by community. Then you guys open your door. The next country you are seeing is Nigerian. No, that shouldn't happen. In fact, they are Lebanese for being crap. They roam from house to house with social cars.
Yes.
No, it's a credit. That shouldn't happen.
With the mark credit basis.
Immigration, they should put them out. They know them and they go to the market. And they say, no, you cannot do that. Look, their government knows. They know. A senator be in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Nigeria for also to say Abuzoka for and the senator said this cannot happen. This is our law. Go back to where it's supposed to be. Yampa will be as a go back to
they
know. They're supposed to do wholesale. They're supposed to be in our market. Period. Who bring them to the market? We must stop it at once.
Something. I'm not saying.
Mr. Madam,
I'm sorry. We probably have a sign.
Why do you tell me now?
If I
Thank you.
I'm a field to do. And the medium.
abusuya memo bibia jona mama makwaba na maba home based television so ebraso ensama ensaka Africa se bodem ye de sumo kase kwan so se HB news ensem ne dos ne mum de hwe ne diti na semfo atrase aboa no era ma mesem fa sumo enwumre Monica aboajewa anoba eyemidi metwa me ho me ba nsem ne de bedi mu akotene no madaro me ba bebo so e de akire mo kase ne betwa ne ho social media handles ne nyina okwa like share na foforo enye bi hwa afija comment nyina egu ebeje bre na yakenkan nyina e de amawo afi your website www.hbtvghana.com yekuchiri nsemi bia kofemfem ojibre na ya akokenka bi bitwa me ho abasisia Asamni bi ebechegu kase mu enwumre ene se abronye DC isabre de aban ensa aka no a ye hwe se obeba beboa na enhyehyemu etumi aye adwuma wonsem bia okeka de fa amampanyi John Dramani Mahama ehu edefa eye ku ene ehu ensem sem yebekọ na yagemu enhyehyemu wonsem foforo mu nso no se ebeya sempo no uyehiani ba enso na u sabi unimade ewo school bibia ni ho asabre de ebesi ukwan se wontumi nko school sanse wawofo eniska mode ebeboa ho omafo ni bi wo hono mande omayem yenti omuyi bi edeboa saafo ni sa yenti no eye ononyamfo afenyo market eye afutu emrahye bedwani eyi sky bi akoboa suafo bia wo mo enim de na mum na hode no eni ho edema wonom awofo nya ebekwa akogyikyeremu ewo hokopiem ewo kaso akalabule a ewo mfifi mante mu nso a abrantie bi oye carpenter ni sabra no kasa di aban sa so ni mu ani nyina ne so no ankasa ne kanchima na sa ne girlfriend sister Lome yi bi che so no be ma no koda oba ne che enko wie kyire no be ma no eku oba no wie no ono so afa poison senku ku no ho na nyame amboa no ama wenwu nti sabra da police phone sa so ni mu yebekwa akopenkyere mu ewo yebekwa sikasem ne dwedie ensem dia ene na no ya enwada no ejwada na ya bosi okan spare parts dealers association for years ho mo krom ho mo ton ade ewo ya bosi okan ho no ya na retailing nso no sisi a na nka wono adwuma ho sisi a maje e de aka ho nti omo bonjo so ya se wo mo ehye wo mo so mo tutu wo mo stores no ena nam so ma EPA Environmental Protection Agency abambonte de nsembia ba betu dwa se wo mo eni tumi bia so mo tu sa na mo no ye be kwa kwagye nhwemu ewo ho amanfo aman so de okopiem ewo Sweden a eya wonom soafo a wono ena ye yi nu foforo kra se won hye eya apomuden ensem eso amoni nsenkyerefo ehia ya maami gina ho no ma watwa ahwe ya wa collapse na eyeden yebekọ na yakwa kopenkyere mu nso ewo ho no enu ekyire na gukansie mu nsam nso ye de beba besomo esompaso ensem wani afoforo bia ni aboa no enwumre de somo se HB news metwa me ho bi aba afemi gibre na masa ne nsem Titra ni metra eye chairman edema MPP amanyokuo no eye Bono region na chese Bono regional chairman yera Kwame Bafo Abronye ena ya yeta efre no na chese ni dino eno no na Abronye sabra me no kase die chese aban ensa so ni pechi aya wo kwakwobo na hwehwemu atimi aye adwuma na akoso wonsem bia ono ankasa efiri nanum ede eba efa amampanyi John Dramani Mahama eho emra bia atwemu na yewra eye Abronye ono ankasa tenanse social media yi so kika nsem a kan ya kowie se ye mampanyi John Dramani Mahama sa abre no ho opposition or say or plot it and also say or she say or de a year bantu go beba o my Ghana mu. I was so or plot it a year coup. Na one Al Qaeda for and I want them as she says a year and two and montuo no. Na okika nsem bi nso de ka sansem hu a sabra ni nyina na chese law enforcement agencies ahodo no se sansem na cover ma chese wonum ete enti afe na emra no aso asabre no emra no akọ na wo maso no muso emra mbebo na hwehwemu entumi enya adwuma na police for di nkan a se wo ma ye hwehwemu di fa sansem otena hokika ye no ama wo mahu se no kra bia enim oni nyina so obia nso na eno saa no mo kire se wa breach eye peace na chese o man asundua yetimu e wa hanom no oke kansa ansam bi saa no na chese abo man ne hu ana se o man ne abo eye ehu enti no se ensa anya no kran so nsam fanka ho ne saa enti ne wo so otumi eba besin koboa na wonom etumi ede enhyehyemu ana so se wotumi koyi ensam bia no nti saa bra me no e kasa die wonom aso ni mu a wo kwa akoboa na eno nam so e ma saa bra me no kasa die mpanyifo na omanfo dodo na ede nsam bia tutu dwa akeka nsam bi dia fa saa nsam hu kire se ase chi omachi yewra bronye no sebi ase eni nyina so obi a kire se democracy ene wom ka bi ma menka bi amambo ene wom e wo freedom of speech enti se nipa no atimi aka na asem a na wo se wotumi eka edisi wo ka na ye ne right enti no se sabre ya ebe so no mu ana ebe chene no de na chese kwa akoye se ase political and politically motivated na chese ase party colors no ana afe no aban ba ye na ase wa sheda na ohunahuna nkofo obi no mu a ya wonom ewo aban dada na emu na nipa wo kan seme nyina eyo no nyamfo Ernest Kwesi Akwa no nyamfo Kwesi Akwa wano ena wo kaka sansem nyina kire mu se saachi ayachi eye abronya yedie eye politically motivated entenka ebe ya ye njai orano emu
sei wo hwe aban yi ne achichi we ya macho we ya na besen kwa hanom ne ade ni nyina ene se enkrofo kasa keke a democracy nso yenim se inchiremu awomu ane kabi mamin kabi enti no wo kabi no bi so kandia eye den na yechi titu ebe yenua ya na unhunu se yampo na ewie yehu social media so ye de handcuff egu nsa ye de Black Maria kaka de afa regional chairman e de no ye enti unti asese enti de ekoso nyina no eye ade a omampani ebumana eye ade a omampani ehubiana eye ade a omampani wonwele se ade we betima ati Ghana ye ni onyama ye nya no abafomu ana ese so bi nze Ghana de the democracy da ko nanim amobi ati bi na ne de ubawa ne abefa research no enie na wo ye ne sa no kai hu no se wo chere anasa wo chere bo wo ye die ya bo fia ba mu nsi wo me fia ba mu san nyama wei no wo betwi ne se ye de bi ba ye nkrofo obi ehubie ochina na se MPP aba ba mu a wusu nkrofo a wo so beye se omo kasa tia MPP aba no se bi ne beye wo mo na enye na na do dan kokufo de so ebora baso paa esa se ensemo nkrofo kafa do papa yi en school for nkwala akwati bi kasa ye betwa ni di akwakoye esikedro spoli for ko choso go bi nya mo me nkwala nkrofo hu do ensemo ye kafa na do dan kokufo do every Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia any oman mpanyimfo wan na chi obi tumu Kevin Taylor de na woka nkrofo nsem wo mkeka akase ayo pe na omo na omoka democracy e dogo no wo de ka de ope tichu ni se wo shedan ka semu a etie nipa bawe wo aba mu di a wo so nya akomakasi o esanse de nipa aka no wo
abusuya wonsam foforo emu Swafo abede trade ma ensase na afia from agudie ensem Minister for Lands and Natural Resources ede sembi etudwa no kire mu se sa sector ho no wonom ebe hwe gina so na wo ama edwuma etumi aba afen so emputuo so betumi aba mia bebre titiri no mia ya na yetu gold anaska kokko ewo ho no ende wo kire mu se be ya na mpempi no obehwe ne ska kokko no yetu a na kusikoko ana so se investors omanfo obi from manch no ma ba be fa ni nyina na wo mo edekọ na wo mo kosa no na wo mo kodi dwum mo konane ne dane ani a na akọ eska bocho di ama mo no mo di siesie o mu kro na ye de na eguso a ete de ye ne science se bre de mbra so pa ese communities ahodo aya ye mining e wo ho na ye tuska okọ wo ho no e wo se wo mutumi hwe ese infrastructure development e be ko ho e ko so wo ho afi no community empowerment so be ko so na afi so no wo mo etumi abiebie eye enwuma e wo saasa potem na na so se sa eye nkronkro no so se be ya adehye ebenya bia ye titiri ene embebu no na owie ye ene oto aso ekire mu se ekoba ne sa no a na chese kromafo no so etumi enya eye emfaso na afi so no oman ankasa so kra no yeso etumi enya eye skakoko no eso emfaso ni bi.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our friends in the media, we believe mining must continue to serve as a catalyst for industrialization, infrastructure development, and community empowerment. Hence, we are committed to ensuring that the benefits of Ghana's mineral wealth are felt not only by investors, but more importantly, by the ordinary Ghanaian, our youth, our women, and very importantly, our mining communities. Our vision is clear. Ghana must transform from being primarily an exporter of raw materials to a hub for value addition, the downstream processing, and also responsible resource mobilization must be our focus. We are also embracing digital transformation, leveraging technology for equipment tracking, mineral traceability, monitoring, and also
enti enonyamfo Yusuf Suleiman awano ena oye Deputy Minister for Lands and Natural Resources sebe konsem fufuro mu ende na minority leader in parliament ni Shredom Kumane ba no deni Yera Alexander Afenyo Markis onwa so ena akopie mu efutu a oye mrahye bedwani di ma de hia wonom ewo ho wono na sabre de wakeka ne nsase a wayi isika twitwiridie 105,000 Ghana cedis ede ama esuafo eduasa miensa 33 students a wono ehye Volta Students Association ya wonom ewa University of Ghana ohye womu ni ma de pese womu esua de no mu ekonkan so no sebi efie enye esa ne science no ana watena se adwan no hu se da bi o se mofrey no anase se ne mabunu no omo ani oman no eda achi ne science no wo se onu so etumi ye na afemu de enti wo kira o se da na koma so na koma so pa se obeboa emfa ho ne woni no ba bia wo fire ebusua wo fire mu ni kura wo fire so ne kasa wo ka ana ensa so emfa ho ene political affiliation se wo fire eye party A anase se party B as far as unima de nkoa na wo pese wo pursue eye education na emom na busua na se awofo ni bi nkoa de obetumi nkoa de a ene obetumi aboa na so obeyi bi ede aboa ne science e na wakeka ne nsa se wayi se sikai ede aboa se safo entumi entuatia wo school fees se be ya obetumi atoa eye adesua so.
I'm offering a helping hand. Take advantage of it. Learn, build capacity, and move on. Life has never been easy. It is rough. But with your determination, your faith in God, trust me, no danger can ensue. And that is why Ngugi wa Thiong'o wrote in his book, Weep Not Child, said, weep not my darling. With these cases, let me remove your tears. The ravaining clouds shall not long possess the skies. They shall not long be victorious. So have that at the back of your mind. Out of you will be MPs, ministers, presidents. Get out, I don't really mind. Recently, I was telling my kids, I said, oh, when I started life, some of my mates that I wanted to marry, and their parents say no. Today they regret. Because my daughter told me that, oh, she went to somebody's home, a very prominent person's home, and the person said, oh, your dad is very intelligent. Then I said, don't mind her. At the time, if she knew how my future would be, she would have allowed me to take her daughter. But I was too skinny and she couldn't see. Go through difficult times. Look, my dad lost his job at 39, went into exile. My stepfather, he was so much into MPP politics, he was sacked or demoted and made a watchman at Kumasi Poultry. My mom was a pupil teacher, lost her wares, and I saw poverty. But here am I. It took the benevolence of the parents of my friends, you know, to get me to secondary school. And finally, even in the final year, it was Parkway Syndrome's bursary. You know, he set up a bursary for
na yera ano esiye no na chese nipa also sikanum eda se president of the Volta Students Association Volsa University of Ghana Zozi Gideon senator wano ena esomu na oda honorable ase se ebi ensanso embrebiu na owie nso hye ne bo se sika no won be cha ne pepepe ni peduasa mensa no eyiyi mu bia enim ntino mo cha ne pepepe na obia etumi enya bi na fenso no bosha wasanso ede be hye no ne se won be hwe pa se nwumesua nti ene wo so wo masene de ne no be yire omo ho pa no mwesua de akomanim na ede ahye no enimonyam.
And you would have to appreciate that the Lord has been good to us, especially to Honorable and over his life. And second of all, we would like to thank Honorable for accepting us as big patron of Vosa. Over the years, but of course, we need to echo this out to the public that it is a non-partisan association and we are open to all. We have our members cut across all the political divide. And if Honorable is doing this, our patron is doing this to us, I call him Toby. If he's doing this for us, then it means that it is a great honor, and definitely we are not going to let his words or his efforts go in vain. Each and every one of us will ensure that we put these things into the money given to us into judicious use and ensure that we come out of our education with bright colors and with success as a whole. So we are very grateful for this, and definitely we pray for the gift of life, and also that this will definitely continue in subsequent administration.
Abusuya tufa makopie mu ewo emfimfin mantemu na kalabule na be makopie kalabule Chinese down ya no ewo kaswa tobut ewo Gas South municipality no emu ewo nkran ha na se meko enso so dia na se ma me free ho ba ne nya nika Abranti a wonya emfihye duonu enson 27 ya ne din a wode ma ye Same ye hwere se oye carpenter ni na ono a ne girlfriend ananse se ne nkanchima ya ono nso no ye friend no Mabel ya ono nso edi 26 years ye kira ese Same carpenter yi eko Salome chese ono koda Mabel enchen na ọkọ na anadwini mu a na chese wase do no ebem na oso Mabel mu a Mabel apete no oso no mu osijame adan a osisebi me bu me nsa entino mentimi ma yendi empaso agro enanadwi eno ena Same enso anti ase a se wono pa opese ọkọ kwan so na Mabel se wono obu ne nsa nti wompene ma onye ne de na chese ne ebufu abem na Same etwense kan a beye mprensa de ode wo Mabel kon ho a ekopem se moja nwunu na chese Mabel aba beye nyame edia na ono atena ase wo hu se ade a waye no nyamrasem na waye na wadi ewuo nso no ono akope poison senk wo nom na nko no suo wu na ne na nka ne brebra amba amane amba na onyankopon etua ne ka ne sa ye ntiro no mu poison no wanwu na enum nso no ne yafre ka policefo ama sabra meka se ya na wonum aduru ho santan ya odenim ni a oda ho a wo pre ene mama ne so deche omudi na kopie mu ewo English ya man from polyclinic ya sabre de oja ya rehwe na emom no o ma hye ne bo se policefo gina ne so 24/7 oja ya rehwe no ewie a wo kwa akoboa na enhwehwemu atumi aye adwuma na eyewitness ana broni be ka no chese nipa no wo ho a wodi nani ehun sa nsem ekoso nyina Dr. Kwame Nkrumah ni di ode ma eno no wono ena ya mane boni Prosper ewuziko pie mu ho no wotumi ebo na asemi mu nyina amane na yebekọ Prosper ewo ahoma no so na waboye nkyeremu se den party na Same carpenter ni watumi eku Mabel a ono so epamade ewo enda ho a was onye ne yere kran so sanso ne mpena Prosper akwaba
yana ne ba
boko de yeah, that's a pa near Juma pa o body abo my Ghana and a home based television yakupon shra pa yo na enen so dia wo dia woni nam na wotete na enne dia wakofa ba dia emu ohwerem pa eye dan na Same empa so agronti watumi akume be osa
yo me ba am so no pay be yo sampe mokobo no sampe be ena mi nya ko ifim Chinese no ewa katwa uko to buti onda no o ga tawo ni kita greta kawe so na nyanko ne treze abramu odi awedi tijia no 27 ani dia ma bodi ni na ya Same o ye ka tin oni ne ho ni ya ka se ne girlfriend abayo ono to edi 26 ya friend Mabel abante no edi ya to sekan yawo ababa we yema ni me ogaze wa to na nanu e won sedo enti ema yetu ana mo ko bi mo mi ne ba ye ko ye no nya bibia ye no pepe na yetu blende mo no ye bi sa se Se Sen I say bi se de boko ko spray ne pampan e na yetu se se de na ye wure de no no na mi ne ba he na de na ya yu se kakra oke ababa we duya yenya be me ya tuti kan awo na kwa finance abaye endum eko ni nyozo na we try to na ma ga ga me train pe na ababa ni ni trajo ndo ya go be ya ji na na oni prayer ni no kun na je mu ye wo de mo nte ababa no sebulu wo fa nse ase wo bu ni sa abayo na ranje na go bedo ni da na so we kun ni na abayo ti won ye nti ne point o se no u ga ranje ni na ko a se point no na so la me no de na abayo no e bo part a o de u da o na o ni no sari no on ko ke no ko abayo na pray ya se o ko pe na ntari ni ne de we amoja na ba no na ko dia de se no ko ga ta de be amoja ni ni ti ta na wa pera na we pia bon ti na go ni obi don ko bi na we so ni na o ye ya aka no we lu ji na no pe na oye nya media enti wo hwe no the gate na ti fence na wo be gate no kura ni enti e ba no sana blante no nse ababa we ato na 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 won se na no so ko fa e do kan na mo e onu me do na mum e de be ya no ti bi don so en ko se se police ko aba ni ni be din onu so de do kan na no na mum me do no de kan na no je ya me be wen enti ya no pa me do on je no me the first person I was say police ko na se na mo ni ko bi mo e wo ni su bo ti anu ama ko pone pone no what got out in the bar, na you didn't go to one of the police for no more than any next for Nana to actually, I do never say, who was not an infant. I went out modern. And I did the Yano to an echo shop about one so a clear police for the better, and making every a man by community of making to come in your mamma see. I buy one more and you know. Na be ma no abeye ta ko anti ama me do o so moye as a police for na kam no e be na ko police station asa e be to no ko ado je me ko mo ti ni bu ta ko abeye je na ye ti na ye ni e ta no e di police for no bo mo mo le ye se ma no e di ye ni na de police for na o so mo ti me ko police hospital no mo ko na blanche no so se 3 days to 4 days na no be to na mo se no mo so ne pechi no ni no ko na ne ni e di mi ya be mi ya ba da o kan dia na blanche no
oh yeda se pa prosper na nyame era ompe bone de wadom aboa ne pa owo ne de nanka nka on a normal day nanka obewu but wase nyankopon pa tumitua ne kante no wanwu no obe face law no pa ne science no ye be mana ye jaw na udi wani adi akire yakohwe se da ye de be yi no ne ye ni wie so what is the next step na wabo ya mane na afi no ye so yabo eye ya hwefo nso amane yate nyankopo enhira pa prosper ewuzi ono eye ya na monsini na otonkra ede maye pa na kafra de odi wani akohu ne na pe de enye nika kafra pa yebe mabusua nso nyina ehede na sebise nka obabu ne nsanso anke ye ne no eda na mempene a eye owuo ma wutwa ne kon na wutwa ne kon awie nanka wonye brane enyina ho na ntinka nso wuku hu sa nanka waye den are hosem na ebusua yebe gina ene so na ya home kase ene so agi aboafo enkrato madaruma meba metwa so amamo